you have a question, please raise your hand. I'm going to give you the mic. Go ahead, Coach.
Ain't no quit in this crowd. It's just everybody knows. It's been a tough season. A lot of things have been tough for us. But this football team fought their tail off today. Through adversity, stuff wasn't going good. Stuff was going good on one side, maybe not the other. You go down with 27 seconds to go. The season has not gone the way you want. And ain't a soul out there didn't think we want to go win. That's hard to do now when you're sitting there 2-4 going into the game. And the fight tonight was what we would hope to see all the time out of this football team. And the game was not perfect. There was a lot of things that did not go well. But they came to play today, and they came with some fight today. And one side helped the other when needed, which has not been the case here for the first 6 weeks. It's usually one side can't get it, and the other kind of, and we found a way to make some things happen. So there's a lot of stuff that happened. But as I told them afterwards, because I challenged them in the locker room after the game last week. We didn't play well. And they got challenged again. We came in on Monday. And, the goals we have are really for this program, and we've been knee-deep in them for the last 7 years. You had to put them to the side and focus on a day of preparation and then stack another day and then go find a way to win a game. And that was it. It was play fast and win. We played a lot faster today. Found a way to win. Wasn't pretty. Offensively at times we moved it good, and then all of a sudden we couldn't move it a lick. Defensively, found a way to make some plays, and all of a sudden, bam, bam, bam. It was both sides. It was a little bit of everything. Got to make some kicks in critical situations, right? A lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, a group of kids decided they were going to find a way to win a game today. And I couldn't be more proud of them. And like I said, it wasn't perfect. Shoot, that's huge now. And we did some good things out there, but the most important thing is we've played. And obviously if you come here and you buy a ticket to come to a game, you're going to get free football on a regular basis. It's being our third overtime game, right? So I'm proud of them. I thought the crowd had an impact on the game tonight. I do. I think, especially as the game went on and things started, and I know the student section and the home side was probably as engaged as it's been all year. What I mean by engaged is like into the game, making noise, doing things that honestly has a huge impact on our football team. So that was huge. There was a lot of good things that happened, and again, I'm proud of our football team. Like I said, we didn't do everything right today. We got work to do on that, but shoot, you find a way to win that thing the way it was, I'll take it. We can go figure it. We can go to work and get better at some stuff and figure that out. But it's not easy to do. So, anyways, I'll open the floor for questions. Yes.
Do you enjoy coaching free football games?
No, not really. I told him after the game, I said, if we could go prepare a little better, maybe we could actually win a game in regulation. It's just been one of those years, Everything's been we've had to work for everything we've gotten this year. Nothing getting a call, it just seems like every time you turn around, you're fighting a lot of stuff, and that's just the way the year's been. And, it just is what it is. But, if we win, I'm good, but I'd like, obviously we'd like to finish it in regulation. But it's just been the way it's been this year. We've had some, we've won 2 of the 3 and really, had a chance, in the other one too. But it is what it is. So just the way it's been this year. Free football for the fans anyways.
What was your message to the defense after they had struggled at the end of the fourth quarter and then came back to stop them?
It was kind of interesting because they went down the field and scored, which was, we had hoped with a minute and some change. I think it was minute 21, if I remember correctly. You're hoping, all right, we can find a way to get them off the field or stop. We couldn't do it. But I'm going to tell you, when we went out in overtime, they had a good look about them. And I told them this after the game. I said, when y'all went on the field, I'm like, all right, we're all right. And they played great in that series. You go look at the overtime series, those guys, there was a snap there, you're going to see probably 8 black hats on the ball. And that was the message this week about playing fast and playing hard. And so, and again, it goes back to all the adversity we've dealt with. How do you respond to it, right? And that was huge. And then for the offense to go out and be able to respond to that and go win the game, I mean, it was huge.
For a while, it looked like your offense in the second half, especially, had problems moving the ball, like, as opposed to the first half. What was, what was your message late in the game to kind of get them to get some yards and score? And what do you feel was the difference?
Really, we just kept challenging them to go play a little harder and play faster. I mean, there's times we weren't blocking them as good as we did early on. The speed of the game, I think they caught up with a little bit, and we were trying to find a way to manufacture some plays. And let me tell you, the field position late in the game was horrific. Like every time you looked up, you're down about the 5-yard line looking at a 95-yard drive, it felt like. I'm sure it wasn't that way every time, but it was that way. So I think the guys just it wasn't any magical, like anything anybody said. This is stuff we've been working on for 2 months about how to finish a game, how to finish practice, how to finish stuff. And it's so they found a way to get it done when we needed to. The last drive we just ran some. It was old school football, right? Just quarterback right. Let's go fit some people up and be physical when maybe they're a little tired. It's been a long evening, and I thought we were ready to play late in the game, which we haven't always been sometimes this year. And I thought we had more in us late in the game, but we got stagnant on offense a little bit. We were struggling to block them a little bit as the game went on, and we missed some reads and got off schedule, and and got a little stagnant. Then we found a way to make some plays when we needed to. But we got to be more consistent. But that's kind of across the board right now. We got to make field goals when we need to. We got a lot of stuff we got to be more consistent at.
The focus on the passing game in the second half more so, or just kind of as the game went on, was that intentional or was that just adapting to what you saw?
We're just trying to do whatever we can to move the ball right now. I mean, you guys, I don't know if y'all were here last week, but we threw the ball 30 times. That's too many, but we're doing whatever we can do. When we go in and get ready to play right now, all we focus on is how do we find a way to win the game, period. We don't care what it is, whatever we can do to give our kids a chance to win the game, that's all we focus on. And whatever that is, we're going to go give it a run. And we emptied the thing today. I mean, we rolled out about everything we could to try to do that. So, and if you've watched us a lot lately, we coming in and out of the gun, and it's a good change-up for us. So, and it's something we got to continue to work on and get better at. But, I mean, we weren't as good at it as we've been at times today. But, this was back a little bit to some of the stuff we did a year ago, late in games. We found a way to win games late, which was good to see that back a little bit.
For the field goal kicking, missing one earlier, making the one to send it to overtime, do you have to say anything to your kicker, or is it just repetition? And that?
A lot of times I try not to talk to them. I don't mean that in a bad way. I like our specialist. But I said nothing to him after he missed it. I got on him for the sky kick that he line drive that they returned down the sideline. But other than that, I didn't say anything. Listen, I mean, everything ain't going to be perfect out there. We're not, and Connor's earned the job. I know he can go do it. And he hit that last one with some confidence now. There was no doubt, right? And I think for him, he's just got to be more consistent because the ones he misses, he can make. He can make them in his sleep, and I know he's going to do that. But no, I didn't say anything. I mean, we talk a lot during the week, right? It's a lot of, not necessarily with the specialists, but just there's a lot of dialogue and coaching during the week. And sometimes on game day, you got to let them go make plays and respond to things that don't go their way because this is how we grow up. You know what I mean? Because this is life, right? Everything's not going to be the way you want it. Everything's not going to go the way we want it. It's your response to that. It's what makes you who you are. And I think that's where we're really growing right now. We're able to respond. And early on, we weren't able to do that. So Connor's just an example of that. But I didn't, but he went in and nailed it when he needed to. So, but we need to make them all. But there's a lot of things we need to do.
Every time 12's number was called, Isaac Foster seemed like he was up to the challenge. Had some big plays again, just like this entirety of this homestand. What effect did his play have on the team today?
Well, he's been playing well. I told y'all a while back, I don't remember who was asking me, Nolan, it might have been you, about Isaac. And he's back to his old self. And you can see it. You can feel it. He's got an air of confidence about him right now. That's the way he's playing. And back in before the 19 injury, that's what you saw all the time. And he's back to that. And listen, he's a great practice player. He works his tail off. He comes ready every day. You know what I mean? And so it's good. I'm happy for him to be out there having some success after all the time he went through not being able to be 100% or not even be able to play. But he's a playmaker. You know what I mean? He ain't afraid to make a play, and he's playing well right now. He's playing well with and without the ball. He's really doing a good job.
Coach, you talked about how the past 3 weeks you guys been, going to overtime, and just tell me, how do you feel? What you guys got to do to get it done in the regulation?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, it's we're a football team all year that is striving for consistency, right? Like whether it's offense, defense, special teams, or whatever it might be, to consistently, attack things and do that. And, I tell you what our kids learned this week. So I challenged them about the preparation and watching tape and a lot of stuff. I think they might have found some things that they were like, you know what? Watching tape on my own time may help me. And maybe we can go really dive into this thing. And I told them, I said, we're on a mission right now. I said, we learned some things. We can build on some things. And but I just really being more consistent. But I'll take a win any way we can get it. I mean, like I said, our goals were play fast and win. Play fast and win. We've been doing a lot of thinking around here lately. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to go play fast. If we screw up, at least we're going to do it 100 miles an hour and not thinking about stuff. And I thought that was better today. I mean, it looked better. I'll know tomorrow when I turn the tape on, but it looked better. So just be more consistent. And I didn't think we necessarily beat ourselves today, like with, a bunch of bad penalties and bad turnovers. And like that's been our MO now. And it really wasn't that. We just stalled out at times or, didn't make some, it was just stuff, right? Football stuff, and we can be better. So we'll go to work on it.
And if I could just get your thoughts real quick about Kennesaw State moving to Conference USA next year, can you just give me your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, it's awesome for athletics. It's awesome for football. It's awesome for the university. I think the big thing is that this place is going to get some exposure. This is probably overdue. We've been fighting here from a football side to get exposure for people to recognize what's going on because, I think it's not only great for football and athletics, but it's for this university, right? And I think it's going to be great for that, And so it's exciting times here, and a lot going on, and so I mean we're excited about it, and it's right here in the moment with our football team. I told them, and I'm like, hey man, we got to move on and take care of business at hand. But I think just for everybody involved, I think this is an awesome step, not just for athletics, but for our university and all the good things that go on here that we want people to know about.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Get your money's worth when you come and watch Kennesaw State football.